for our Pro Stock final. The field is set, and it's a good one.
It is a very good one. One of the surprises in a sense is Robbie Malinowski. He's been on form. He's utilizing that new WSA rule where you can run semi-pro open and pro stock. He's leading in the points in semi-pro open, and he's coming into this one. Look at him warming his hands. It's so cold on the exhaust header and the exhaust pipe down there. And what he wants to do is have a good run here because his buddy Ryan Simons got hurt. Robbie's out there to run for him. TJ
Gula pretty hot today as well. A third, a first, and a fourth coming into this final. And the Team Industries Polaris wants to do as well as his teammates been doing. Levi Lavalle, 10-lap Pro Stock final. When that green flag goes up, it's time to get things going. Remember, Omasalo is your #1 qualifier.
Oh, Schroeder didn't like something. Now we go. Oh, what a hole shot by Lavalle.
It's all good for Lavalle, but almost high-sided. It is Gula again coming out on top. He is in the right place at the right time all day today.
He's spotting stuff. I mean, he is seeing things so clear, but Lavalle just absolutely taped it, Robbie, over that big second set of jumps, and he almost aired it right past Gula.
Team Industries is loving it right now. Gula, Lavalle out in front. There's Omasalo. It looks like an Amsoil Polaris. Oh, and a tangle back in the fourth spot. But man, Polaris is loving it right now. And I want to remind everybody, we're in the backyard of Skidoo. I mean, this is a home of Skidoo Bombardier, and this is Blair Morgan's backyard, and he's in last spot right now.
Which means all three, and here comes Omasalo on a Skidoo, which means all three of the manufacturers have a huge interest here. Skidoo wants to win because it's at home. Look at that grind pass, but the other two love to do it because it is Skidoo's home.
Rub it in their face, and right now the Polarises are doing such. Gula is actually checking out. I would not have thought he'd have pulled that much of a lead. Omasalo looks fast, but Lavalle is definitely holding him off. Lavalle goes the outside. Why do you go that far wide?
Well, because it's a smoother line and it gives you exit speed, but you can see how right there Omasalo angled in and it gave him the inside, and he gets by, and it looked like, nope, not quite. I thought that Levi was going to drop another spot. We haven't said a whole lot about Tommy Omasalo here, but remember, he was the top qualifier. He has been absolutely hooked up, and this is the type of track he really likes.
Gula, Omasalo, Levi Lavalle, Trevor John, Justin Tate, your top 5, and look at the snow dust. How do you even see anything out there? I don't care how many tear-offs you have, you're not going to see through all that. It's like going through smoke. It looks like Robbie Malinowski, the Arctic Cat, is starting to work his way up through the field. Look at how he's trying to power through it. Tommy Omasalo just using that strength advantage. This is one of the stockiest riders. And Lavalle stops. Maybe he pulled the tether. No, the tether's attached, trying to get that machine fired back up. Oh, and he got it going again. And it dies again.
Nope.
Something goes wrong when you're in a podium spot like that. He is heartbroken right now.
Saw him pound the bars. He is very frustrated. Whatever it is, it's lost the drive. He can't even get it to climb that hill.
Robbie Malinowski is working his way up through the field very fast. The Arctic Cat 781 right there. He's closing in quick, but TJ Gula, and now he has a problem.
Oh, I would bet that he just broke a chain or a chain case. He landed and it just suddenly stopped, and usually that means that a chain or chain case. And the two of them running those two different lines, and keep in mind, Tate's had a bit of a dry spell. He had 2 Pro Stock wins in 02 that season, but since then he hasn't had one, and Robbie Malinowski, boy, did he get underneath him in that 180.
Taking him to school right there, just tripled up on the outside when Tate was doubling, set himself up, squared up, went underneath. That was a great pass. Moves himself into third spot. Watch this, we have a half a lap left, only one more turn basically for Tommy Omasalo. The battle is for second spot. Tommy Omasalo's gonna win this thing. Look at Trevor John, he's to the right. Here comes Malinowski tripling up just like he did last lap. Omasalo is gonna take the win, and it's Malinowski driving it in hard, but no can do. Trevor John, congratulations, is gonna take the #2 spot. Oh, fist bump for Tommy. He is stoked right now. Tommy Omasalo comes out on top. Trevor John, Robbie Malinowski. Big mention to Brad Pinlick in the #5 spot. Now down to Jerry Bernardo on the finish line.
Right now, we have a totally pumped Tommy Omasalo, goes from top qualifier in the stock class to race winner. We spoke yesterday. What did I tell you?
Yeah, you told me that the track is for me, and I can win, and I prove it, I can win.
Let's look out, it's a Pro Open. Green flag, everything's a go. DJ Ekstrom, Amsoil Polaris out in front.
Bud Light, Skidoo of Island on the outside into second, and Morgan showing that it was definitely sled in stock right there in third after that top qualifying effort.
And the man who sits second in points, DJ Ekstrom, is out in front trying to put as many points on the field as he can. But Mike Island, he's not too far behind. He's fourth in this series, and there's still half a season to go.
Yeah, and again, Morgan's sitting in third. Like I said, he's won 3 straight. Uh-oh!
Kent Ibsen goes down, not even with his sled. Kent Ibsen on that Woody's Arctic Cat tether comes untapped. He was looking for that thing.
Absolutely, and Morgan now has come up along the outside of Island. Oh boy, Island just covered that beautifully, and Morgan couldn't, or did he? Boy, did he get a drive out of that hairpin.
Yes, he did, and Ida was trying to protect the line just like you mentioned, but somehow Blair hooked up on that inside, and when you cut so tight, you're not supposed to be that fast going down the straightaway.
Well, what Morgan did was he went in deep and then squared it, diamonded the corner, if you will. He got on the throttle really, really early, and that's what got him to get by Island about just past the exit point of that turn.
DJ Ekstrom, Morgan, Island, Tate, and Gula, your top 5 right now in Valcourt, Canada. Reminding everybody it is freezing cold out here. Negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit is the actual temperature, about negative 40 the wind chill.
Yeah, it's nasty, and look at Morgan. Now that was a little mistake.
Yep.
He got it up on its tail, and that allowed Island to get the run and try and come after him. But Morgan carried a lot more distance off of, now there's a series of little triples, if you will, right past the big finish line tabletop, and Morgan is carrying tremendous speed and distance over those.
We are less than 3 laps remaining right now. Blair Morgan chasing DJ Ekstrom. And you and I were both watching. DJ's really wailing out of that turn coming to the finish.
Well, I think that'll work to his advantage because DJ is getting out of that last corner better than Blair. He's getting it turned and getting the power down, and that's going to be good. Oh, look at this battle.
The series points leader, Carl Kuster, is battling it out with Tommy Amasano. No, it's not up in front. This is a battle for 11th and 12th. What is happening, Carl Kuster? You're supposed to work your way to the pack, not back.
I think it's all that white dust that he's dealing with. And see, now, this is what I mean. Morgan is closed up, but he's not, he isn't making a lot of progress. And right there, you see how good DJ explodes off that turn.
And just having to deal with that dust we
Yeah.
mentioned. Exactly. The closest I can say, it's like smoke. Yeah, it's not the physical being that snow, but imagine driving through smoke. You can't see your hand in front of you. When you can't see, you don't want to give it as much throttle. I'm here to tell you, because you don't want to run into the back of somebody. You don't want to hit a hole. And we're coming down to the closing laps. And DJ Ekstrom is looking for his first win of the year in Pro Open. The man who sits second in points, not too far behind Carl Kuster, who's way back in the pack, mind you.
And what DJ does not want to do right now is change. He doesn't want to be overly protective, slow down, do too much. He's riding quick enough that Morgan is not closing on him here. Last lap, same thing. One more time, do it exactly the same.
Good lead ahead of you. Do not look behind the track. They have the berms to push off of, so it's not like it's going to be a flat track race to the finish. Everything is set up for DJ Ekstrom right now. And you know you have to give credit for Blair Morgan. He stayed back there, dealt with the dust, did everything he could.
Oh, I mean, Morgan's run has been great, and he was able to close it back up. But right now, this is in that last rough section. You've got one turn to go, and look at DJ's got the margin right. Oh, he came up short.
And squares to the inside. Blair Morgan in one turn from the end. It's a drag race. And Blair Morgan takes it. I cannot believe what I just saw. Blair Morgan just made something out of nothing.
Unbelievable. And DJ, I'd be willing to bet he wanted it. There's Levi coming through for 6, but I think DJ, I think he just choked a little bit. I think he wanted to protect the inside in that last turn, and he didn't attack it like he had been, and he cased it.
Watch DJ on the inside. He knows if Blair's going to pass him, you go by the long way. You take that inside, but what he didn't realize was when he claps the face of that jump, suspension unloads. When you're not on the ground, Greg, you cannot stop. That, in effect, threw him to the outside.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened. He was trying to protect, but he short jumped it, so he didn't want to over jump that corner, but in fact he short jumped it, bounced right to where he didn't want to be. And right underneath him came Morgan. And you give Morgan an opening, he's going to take it.
We talked about it. Do not change things up. You're on that last lap, and look at the dejection on DJ Ekstrom. My man, you had a great race. One turn really cost you. Let's take a look at our final results here. It was Blair Morgan, an amazing race, taking the win over Ekstrom and Island. Laballe, his best finish of the year in 6th.